Peeps, welcome to Kratos Clips. I'm Forrest, and what we're doing here on Aberration today, we're going to show you how to use and tame your first creatures. In particular, how to use a drop trap. This is one that I put together. I'll do a video at a later date just showing you how to make it. It's not rocket science, but still, I'll do a video. The size of the interior, it's a 4x4 inside, and it's actually big enough that you can trap any land creature in here, pretty much. I have used this trap to tame gigas before. So gigas, rexes, pretty much any land creature, spinos, anything you want can be done from this trap. Frank has volunteered to come and help us out again. Hello, Frank.
Hello.
What we're going to do, we're going to show you two types of methods for trapping them in this particular trap. The idea is basically you get the creature's attention, run it all the way to the trap, up the side, drop, making sure that the creature's close enough to you, drop straight into the trap and through the door at the bottom, and the creature will follow you into the trap and get stuck. Once it's inside, you can get your long neck and your darts or your crossbow and shoot it at leisure. As I say, Frank's volunteered to do this. As you can see, he's left all of his kit inside the vault in the trap. He has got his light pet on his shoulder. I'm not sure if he wants to keep that or leave it in the trap. What do you think?
That was an intentional thing for you to point out, you see.
Ah, I thought it might be. Okay, so one of the first creatures on Aberration I would suggest you trap in here would be a Ravager, and I'll show you why in a few minutes. But looking along the path around here, it's fairly scarce at the moment. We did see a bear up there, so Frank's going to go and try and get the attention of the bear. He's going to go and say, "Look, I'm very tasty, please chase me."
I might also want to point out that having points into your movement speed also comes in handy for doing things like this.
Yeah.
Because mine is at 130%, which can outrun most creatures.
Yeah, I tend to find 130 will outrun most things. It'll keep you just ahead. You might take a
Probably
nibble or two
want
here
to
and
try
there,
it
but
against like a Rex or a Giga or something, but
I think I can see something taking damage there. That might be some Ravagers.
it is some Ravagers with a Raw Rat.
Right. And that
Alright,
Stego looks
scrap
like
the bear.
it's on its way out as well.
Well, hopefully they can take a couple of the Ravagers out, so it leaves just one.
Well, we might be able to show this video with Ravagers instead of the bear.
That would be more beneficial, I think, yeah.
Right. I'm doing these...
Do us a favour.
come and stand next to us.
Thank you.
That's it.
That hurt.
I'm following along mainly at the moment because we're doing these videos on single player, just so we don't have as much editing involved.
And the Ravagers are dead.
Unfortunately, that does mean I'm going to have to stay fairly close to Frank, otherwise he's going to be bouncing back. Hang on, some
Right.
flies there. Okay.
Thank you. Right. If you want to hold back a bit,
Yeah,
I'm close.
should be alright here.
You'll outrun me anyway. Or be
Right,
able
I'll
to
stay
get
at the back here if you want to go get the bear's attention.
Right. Don't laugh too hard. So what you do,
I'll try not to.
get close enough to the bear for it to aggro on you, and then leg it.
He definitely thinks you're tasty.
Yeah.
I'll warn you if you're getting too far away.
Yeah, obviously, doing this with two people.
I don't know if that's going to shorten the video, but
Doing this with two people is definitely more beneficial because As Forrest mentioned,
Whoa,
he can let me
hang on.
know.
The bear stopped.
There we go. So then I need to go back, get the bear's attention again. Hello bear. Oh wait.
Give it a punch. Yeah, he's definitely
bit me.
spotted you.
So then I
Straight
stand
up
on
and
the
over,
spot here.
drop in. The bear's dropped in as well.
There we go.
And I'm hoping you've got straight through the doors at the bottom without any issue.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all that's left to do now.
Go and get
is-
dressed again, because I'm currently
Well,
running
apart
around
from
naked.
going and getting dressed, you just get your long neck. It's only a level 44, but like I say, this will work for anything. For the purposes of this video, that'll be fine. And you can just use your long neck to shoot it at leisure. Bang. So it does start to run round inside there, but by that time, you're fine. This is a rather nice long neck as well, so don't be too surprised if it takes more shots to knock yours out. Right. Like I say, for actually taming the creatures, you just tame it as normal from here. You put the food in, any narc you may need, and you're sorted. Like I say, for this video, that'll do me. Right, that's the first method for getting your first creatures. Like I say, once you've got a Ravager, there is another trick to this one, which I shall
And it just
show
so
you now.
happens that there's a second bear.
Is there a
Pretty much
second?
the same-
That's kind of handy.
There is a second bear in the same spot that.
Right,
we
if
found
you've got
first.
your Ravager, because like I say,
just grabbing him.
if you're on single and I'm running around, it's going to be pulling you around as well, so it makes sense
Yeah,
for us
just-
both to go together. Okay. Like I said, the trap's big enough. We could take that stego, but I don't want the stego.
There's no point.
I don't want the stego.
I'll veer off up the top and
Mind
let
you,
you
I
run
don't think
this
I really
one.
want that bear either, but it's a level 76. Don't really want it, but it'll do.
It's better than the one I got.
It moved. Alright. Are you going to follow on behind?
Yeah.
Okay. Hello? Right, I've got his attention.
Yeah, keep going.
So once you've actually started putting the meat into the tame, then yes, you don't want to do any damage. It'll lower the taming efficiency. But for the
Not gonna get
meantime,
it far.
you're fine.
Right, go.
Thank you. Right,
And
this is
Yeah.
where you jump over the top. And it's dropped inside nicely.
fancy giving me a hand.
Not really.
Raptor wanted to say hello.
The cheeky fellow.
Thank you. Just wanted to be involved in the video.
Well, of course. I mean, who doesn't? So yeah, again, once you've dropped the bear in, it's just a simple case of knocking it out. Don't stand too close, because he might just take a nip out here. Actually, there is one more trick with this trap that I do want to mention. If you're very early game and there are creatures that are particularly nasty and you can't take on, this trap is particularly useful. If you've got one nearby, I don't know why I didn't shoot that in the first place, to be honest, Once you've dropped whatever creature it is, for example, a Carno, if you're early game and there's a Carno and all you've got is hand weapons, you don't really want to take on the Carno toe to toe. So what you can do is drop it in the trap. If you go into the side, close the doors, it cannot damage you. It sticks its head through the wall, but it will not damage you, and all you do is you take your hand weapon, your melee weapon, the pike, your sword or whatever, and you can kill the Carno from safety. It cannot damage you, you can do it damage. So any nasties you can take out without damaging yourself. Particularly useful trap for that sense.
Also, you can, if you find that, for example, like the bear was running around quite a bit, and you're struggling to shoot through the doors, you can actually stand on top of the ramp and shoot down into the trap.
Yeah, you can stand up at the top.
Two ways.
You can stand at the top to knock it out.
Or if your balance is particularly good, if Forrest wouldn't mind demonstrating, you could actually stand on the gates. There we go. So you've got the full view of the trap.
Yeah, this does work well. It works well for smaller creatures. Obviously, if it's a bigger creature, like a Rex or a Giga, that will not go very well.
It's going to munch you very quickly.
If it's something particularly big you want to be trapping, it may well be worth actually constructing a little platform a little way off, so you can stand on the platform and shoot down into the trap. But it works.
Yeah, more often than not, you find shooting through the door. It's just personal preference.
Yeah, it works well. Right, well, I think that's pretty much it for this clip. What I will do is I will put together a video just showing you how to build this trap and what materials you will need, but I'll do that at a later date. So I'll say thanks, Frank.
Thank you.
And yeah, enjoy yourself, guys, and we'll see you around.